Give me a minute, guys. It was really good. So, I don't know if you guys have read the title. I'm hoping that y'all did. I just want to say this. Today, I conquered a fear of mine. And I did something that I was worried and apprehensive to do, but I still did it. But I'm going to explain to you what exactly it is that I did. So I don't know if you saw that long live from earlier where I cooked, but I was talking about Prince Eric, this guy that I have met that I found really attractive and I have a crush on. Well, I have been texting Prince Eric and I sent Prince Eric a picture of what I made. And he said, looks delicious. I said, do you want some? He said, I would love some. I said, okay, consider it done. When would you like to get it? He said, what are you doing later? Maybe we can chill and smoke. And I'm like, sure. So I just came back from hanging out with Prince Eric. I just came back from hanging out. I made him some food, packed him a little lunch, and we met up and we went to a park and we smoked and we had conversation. We smoked and had conversation. And so one thing about Prince Eric is that he's Asian. And there's certain things, there's certain features that Asian men tend to have that I'm so super attracted to. So I'm attracted to Eric in a way that, oh my God, like he's it. He's like Prince Charming, like he's it. So when we was chilling and smoking and just talking about life, it got to the point where I wanted to touch his hair. Oh my God, I was dying to touch his hair. So I said, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to be that girl that asked you to touch your hair. He's like, go ahead. I said, but how do you want me to? I was like, can I just, like, you want me to just stroke it, or you want me to just, like, how? He took off his hat because he was wearing a hat. Because he was telling me that, like, you'll never know what a person is or who a person is I don't know. I think I was just in the In and Out, and there was a whole bunch of Asian men. And I'm going to tell you something that relates to what he said to me that stood out to me. So I'm going to give a little PSA at the end of this video. So remind me about my PSA. But, yeah, he let me touch his hair, and it felt so awesome. A full head of hair. Oh my God, it sent tingles down my body. So I was like, thank you for spending time with me. He was like, of course. I was like, I was thinking about not showing up. He was like, why? And I said, because I was like worried, and I feel like now I've said too much. He was like, no, tell me. And I said, I'll be completely transparent with you. I said, I was waiting for the opportunity to see you again because I had my eye on you before. He was like, okay, do tell. And I said, I saw you once and I couldn't, like, I knew the minute I saw you, I liked you and I wanted you. And I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I'm so super attracted to you. And he was like, same. And I was like, what? He was like, same. So that totally blew me off. He was like, I'll be honest with you. Traditionally, I've only dated Asian women, but not because I have a problem with dating outside of my race or anything like that. It's just that he said, as an Asian man, oftentimes nobody really sees him as like attractive. So Asian women tend to be more receptive to him when he flirts with them or comes on to them. But he made it clear that he has no problem with dating outside of his race. He's just never had the opportunity and he's been turned down before. So I'm going to give a little PSA. To all my Asian men that are worried that somebody of a different ethnicity is going to turn you down because you're Asian, I'm here to tell you that I find you attractive. Do not be afraid to approach me. If I am in a Korean barbecue place or I am in a hot pot place and you so happen to take a look at me and you've seen this video, yes, I'm single, ready, and willing to date you, and I'm excited for that. I think Asian men are so super attractive. And I hate to even say it like that, but I'm just speaking on what he said to me. He was transparent with me. He said, I was taken back to hear you say that you find me attractive because I've been turned down. And I was like, well, that's not the case here. And I got nervous, so I was like, did you kind of know I was attracted to you? He was like, yeah. I said, when was it that you knew I was attracted to you? Was it yesterday when I was talking to you all day? He was like, no. It was the first day I met you. You were working behind the reception, and I walked in, and I knew the minute you laid eyes on me that you were interested in me. And I was like, so when I spoke to you and I approached you, you kind of already knew and you felt the vibe? He was like, yeah. And I was excited that you actually came up to me and speak to me because I was going to find a way to speak to you. And I was like, oh my God, not Prince Eric. And it's something about him. He had a confidence that was so subtle. He spoke low, but he spoke with a confidence. And he was like, I have no problem with thick women. And yeah, I'm with it. So the conversation got a little X-rated. I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to be completely transparent. I would have absolutely had sex with Prince Eric. Absolutely. Would I have had sex with Prince Eric? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would have had sex with Prince Eric and I would not have cared. I would have gladly done it. It's something about him. It's something about him. It just turns me on. And when we was talking about stuff and he was being a little like naughty, he was talking about that outfit you wore when I first saw you. You had neon green eyeliner and that look in your eye. I knew the minute I saw you and that look in your eye, I'm going to be honest with you. He was like, I went home and I thought about tearing that off of you. And I said, that could still be an option. Tear it off of me, daddy. He was talking confident, but it wasn't boisterous. It wasn't like, oh my God. I wanted him to kiss me and to grab me and to bite me up because he was talking about, he was like, I like all of it. All of it. And I was telling him all of my dirty fantasies. I cooked for him. So basically he was like, I like you. Let's do this. There's definitely a sexual attraction. I said, I'm thick though. Like, you can handle this? He was like, absolutely. Like, he was confident. So basically, he was like, I have no problem, like, doing this and seeing where it goes, you know? And I'm like, okay. This is where things are going to get tricky. And if you truly are interested in what it feels like to live in the world that we all live in as a trans individual, this is the part that feels so messed up in a way. Having to, I guess, speak your truth or come out or say or reveal yourself. It almost makes you feel like you're an alien wearing a human suit, and at any moment, or there's always this moment where you have to reveal yourself and tell the world, hey, I'm not a human, I'm an alien. And you never know how someone's going to react to that. I have done something today that I've been bold. I came on to a man. I invited him out. I cooked for him. I told him he was attractive. I had a very bold and blunt conversation with him about sexual things. And yeah, it was great. It was a beautiful experience. But it's awkward how the situation came up, but the situation came up and I told him. He didn't freak out. He allowed me to speak, to explain myself. And very calmly he said, I have no problem with that. And I'm so grateful, and I want to thank you for being open with me and really letting me into the inside of you. But this does change my stance on how I feel about what we spoke about and all of those things. And I said, I completely understand. Completely understand. And then the conversation continued to flow. And then probably like 40 minutes afterwards, we went our own way. He hugged me. And just recently, he texted me that he found the food to be delicious. And he still texts me. So he was really cool about it. And what I told him was, I said, thank you for making something that was very scary for me. I made myself completely vulnerable and I told someone who didn't know anything about me. And I went for it. Not many women, or it's not traditional for a woman to be bold and brave to approach a man and to speak so candidly about showing interest in them. Especially because, like, there's also, like, but anyway, I really pursued a man today. I was really interested in him. I found him super attractive. And I pursued a man and I told him everything and he turned me down. And I'm absolutely fine with that. And it's okay. I thought I was going to be sad. I thought about it. I worried about it. I was like, I don't want to tell him. I'd rather just live with the fantasy that, you know, but no, I didn't back down. I said it. But it always makes me feel like I'm living in a world where I'm experiencing it on the same playing field, but it feels like I'm behind a two-way mirror. So, Meesheella did not get her Prince Charming today, but she did get a very eye-opening experience that I think has taught me a lot. There's one thing that he said to me that rung profound to me that oftentimes people have told me repeatedly. As much as I have shared, there's certain things that hurt still to this day. And me being a hopeless romantic, I think the reason why I believe in love so profusely and finding someone or having that be a possibility for me is because I was told that living a life of trans existence, getting that love story is not obtainable for me, at least not for a woman like me. I've been told that the only hopes that I have is to be someone's cum rag because they can never fully claim me because of what society would say about the man. My own mother told me that a man will never be able to love me because I can't give a man anything because I can't give him life. I can't bear his child, so there's no real future with me. So even though I know that this is a possibility and this might not be the last time that this outcome turns out to be, I think what this has taught me is that love in this world for me will never look like a fairy tale. I will never get to just simply meet You see, this is the inner conflict in me. The little girl in me is saying, everything's possible. There's that one time. There's that one time, girl. The little girl in me is telling me not to say never. So I'm going to honor her today, and I'm going to say that my Prince Charming did not show up tonight. But at least I didn't meet a toad. And I'm not going to worry about love anymore. I think what I'm realizing is that I want to have a relationship with the world around me. And I've decided to make traveling as a main priority for my life. So, Cinderella did not get her Prince Charming today. But that does not mean she will never get him. I guess the part that might be hard to get used to is hearing how somebody finds you attractive, somebody feels the same way about you, enjoys your conversation, and loves everything about you. But just like that, you could switch. It doesn't erase the conversations. You know how many times I've had men ask me out on a real date, and once they find out I'm trans, the conversation turns completely different. makes you feel like something's being dangled in front of you. You're so close you can almost grab it. But you can't. I guess this is the part when, you know, your daddy's supposed to come and tell you that you're still his little princess and that you're beautiful. And to fuck men. That no man will ever treat me as good as my dad will. Or something like that. It makes you think. Sometimes feel like Cinderella. And I feel like I never get to go to the ball. It's okay though. He was nice. And this was the best case scenario in a situation that could have completely went even worse than this. Who knows, soon I'll be in France or Greece. And I'll meet an Italian man. Or maybe I'll be in China or Korea. And I'll meet an Asian man. And none of it won't matter. I don't talk about this, but I had told myself that I had to come to terms that, as, when you're a little girl, when you think about your wedding, I told myself, I think that this is something I've seen other trans women speak about, is this feeling of saying goodbye to like the wedding dream. I told myself that I might not ever see myself walk down the aisle in a wedding dress. That might not be. I've had people tell me, you're never gonna get married. You might just die alone, more than likely. But the little girl in me is like, well, fairy tales exist for a reason. So watch me make the impossible possible. And I'm gonna find someone. But yeah, I'm not gonna find them. They're gonna find me. They're gonna see me shining. They're gonna say, that's the one. Right there. That's the one. And it's gonna feel like time has stood still. And in an instant, I will know the feeling of home. And it will be in his arms. His embrace will feel like a big exhale. And he'll transform my life. I guess I keep replaying, hearing Eric say, I think you're beautiful and this and that and all these amazing things about me. It's like I can't unhear those conversations. They were said, but I can't unhear them. Did they not mean anything? I want the biggest hug ever. I want the biggest hug ever. Eric told me something. Um, I got vulnerable a little bit. And I told him, I said, I oftentimes ask myself if I'm sort of forced to live in a world where, because I'm trans, it kind of cancels out anything that was said about me prior to that omission. I said, if I have to live in a world like that and deal with that, then what's the purpose? He said to me, you may not live a life where things like this is going to be possible for you. But think about the next generation or the generation after that. He said maybe love or a love story isn't meant for you. Maybe what's meant for you is to bring change so that it could be possible for someone else. That's what he said to me. It hurt to hear it like that. But I guess that's the reality. Or possible reality. So but I know that's not going to be me. I'm going to meet someone who's going to love me so profoundly. Don't give me a hard time. I'm not worried about finding nobody. I don't want to find nobody. I don't want to find nobody. This really taught me a lot. I don't want to be with nobody. I don't want to be with nobody. I shouldn't have to want to be with nobody. There's going to be a person who's going to want to be with me. And I don't care about finding them. That's not my concern. I'm ready to fall in love with the world around me. I'm ready to travel and fall in love with different places. If the world is fucked up all over the place, then at least let me revel in its wonder. Let me see things I've never seen before. Let me be in the greatest relationship there ever is. A woman in self-discovery. I just had a random thought. It always makes me sad. I was thinking about the daddy-daughter dance at the wedding. And I don't even know if my mom would show up. Sometimes wish I wasn't. Sometimes wish I wasn't trans. It would make things a little easier. I feel like I have to sacrifice a lot. And I have to give up a lot. All because I exist. Life isn't fair. Just get a donut. I want my life to change. I don't know what type of life is possible for a woman like me. But I'm ready for my life to change. I'm ready for all my dreams to come true. And I'm ready I'm gonna go to bed because I have work in the morning. And I just wanna take a shower, prepare for the next day. Can I tell you something I've been struggling with? I was born and raised in Brooklyn. And I've traveled to a lot of different places. You want to know something? I want you to know that crying is truly healing. I think I have to release the sad part of it to come to the other side. But like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying now. It'll probably come back to me. It'll probably come back to me. I don't know. I totally forgot what I was going to say because I read that comment. The bad bitch in me was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't let these tears fool you. Don't let these tears fool you. I just need to release them. The bad bitch is still in here. Because you want to know something? He did say I'm beautiful. He did say I'm sexy. And he said a lot of other things. So, I got it. I got it. I learned a really good lesson here, even though it feels sad. It sucks. I learned a really good lesson here, and I realized that if nothing else, I got it. And I could pull them. So it's just a matter of time before the right one catches my gaze and he's like, espérate, who's that chick over there? I could totally see that happening. I go to like some event. There's like some like financier. He has his assistant coworker or something, or personal assistant with him. And I'm at a table having a drink or something, I don't know. He asks his assistant, who is that? And they're like, her name's Michelle. She built her empire, her wealth off of her YouTube channel, totally transparent. She's collaborated with Rihanna. She has her own cosmetic line, as well as she's branched into fashion. And she's an influencer, motivational speaker, best-selling author. The list goes on. She's a well-accomplished woman. And then he's going to be like, all right, say less. And he's going to talk to me. And everything's going to be everything. I realize that the universe is going to do what it's going to do. And I don't got to worry. I don't got to worry about it. Like you said, I'm going to focus on me. I've been focusing on me. I want you to know that through the tears, I'm proud of myself. I'm absolutely proud of myself. I would have never in a million years, been so bold enough to pursue a man. I literally pursued him. I found him attractive. I wanted him. I went after him. And essentially, I got him up into a point, and I set out what I wanted to do. I did it. Okay? I pulled him. I bagged him. Had things been different, this conversation would have been different. I would have been like, guys, the cobwebs have been cleared because Prince Eric laid it down. Because Prince Eric was talking dirty. He was talking like some stuff. And I was like, let me find out, Eric. Because you talking mad freaky. And I want you to speak that Chinese shit in my ear. You know? I feel like as a Latina, I've had a lot of people tell me like, oh, I want you to speak to me in Spanish. For me, it would have been like, Papi, I want you to speak that Chinese. Because he was Chinese. I want you to speak that Chinese to me. Sexy. I still like him or whatever. That doesn't change anything. But yeah. Who knows? Thank you for being with me and allowing me to vent. I want you to know that if anything I have ever showed y'all is that life does not come with a manual and you just gotta live it. I have been through so many trials and tribulations, but I have not rolled over and stopped. Through every single adversity, no matter how exhausted I've been, no matter how frustrated, how sad, how broken, how distraught, how defeated, how deflated I have ever felt, I have pushed through that feeling and have emerged from the other side. I want y'all to know that you can push through anything, no matter what it is. And you will make it to the other side. And you'll feel light. I feel light. I feel light. So, funny how the world works. Ah, now I'm tired. And I'ma lay. I'ma lay in bed. And I'm gonna sleep sweet dreams of my happily ever after. Yep. Life, crying, tears, reality. This shit sucks. But I want to live, and I'm ready to make it on the other side. I love you guys for watching.